Well, good afternoon, everybody. Tuesday, Las Vegas and around the world. You're listening to the brand new VegasAllNetRadio.com. Time for the stars of VANR. Without any further ado, let's bring on the host of the show, Mr. Aaron Phillips. The Cash Man, Ricky Cash, is back in town. Ho-ho! And John JPEG Styles. Good afternoon, guys.
Of course, Cash is back, but it took him an hour to find the office because he forgot how to get here.
Not only that, what is this? Why?
Well, you went away and we tidied up the studio.
We went modern.
Well, you know, you handle the money. You went away, so John and I spent money.
I noticed that. We got to talk about those dinners.
I know. I know.
Wait, dinners?
Dinners? Thank you for joining us here on Stars of VANR. I am Aaron
really
Phillips.
Should have been on Vegas Unwrapped.
Ricky, which dinner are you talking about?
Ricky been eating out of the darn box in there for the last 2 weeks, and you guys been buying dinners here? Been eating M&Ms. God, I'm starving to death.
I'm telling you, JPEG is here.
Where?
Bobcat behind the board. As always, our phone number 702-483-4444. You are listening to Stars of VANR, the show where we get to highlight, spotlight our staff and crew, as well as our show hosts.
As well as people that have significant influence on us.
Significant
My therapist?
Influence.
Yeah.
My therapist, right?
Yeah, we got 17 loan offices outside that are waiting to get on the air.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. If it'll cost them to get on the air, of course.
Well, that's the whole purpose of wiping out those. Anyway.
Yes. Anyway,
Right
so
along.
you could tell Mr. Cash is back in the swing of things. How was your trip?
It was good.
Yeah.
As I was just telling Joey, it was long.
Right.
I mean,
Well, hell, it's 3,000 miles.
well,
That's
not
right.
only that,
I mean,
but
he only drove to Wisconsin.
that's true. That's true.
Oh, spit take from Joey.
But,
That's the way to get started.
But you go to started in Philadelphia, South Jersey.
Right.
Then went up to New York.
Right.
To watch my Mets, and then and spending a week with
Gary.
that made me have to make another stop
At therapy.
at therapy at Lois and Mike. So
Right.
that's Charlotte. So I've spent me and every flight stewardess
On a
from,
first-name basis?
oh,
How many of them were listening to the show
they
Thursday
love
night
me.
and today?
I gave out more business cards back east than I do out here.
That's because people know you out here.
That's right.
Well, you know,
That's
it's
right.
interesting. I actually, here it's Ricky Cash, but outside the rest of the world, they don't know Ricky Cash from
Right.
Joey. No. Anyway, so hey,
remember who you're
I
sitting
keep
next
telling
to.
you, man,
Well,
that
I
trunk
reach for
holds
some-
6
That's
bodies.
and I heard he spent some time with our friend Frank, and see you later. I'm on my way to my next surgery.
You obviously haven't seen his welcome video where he opens up the trunk, have you?
No, I haven't. That should be good. Anyway, it's good to be back.
Shooting his mouth off to the number one assassin's one thing.
But to Joey, I know.
And I mean literally shooting your mouth off to Joey's another.
I'm telling you. He's got cojones.
He comes back with a bang.
Yeah, exactly.
The damn thing about it is that the damn barrel's pointing at me, and I didn't do a damn
There you
thing.
go,
Bobcat. Put it over here, baby.
Bobcat will take the hit, that's all. This past Friday at 4 p.m. on September 4th, the Joey Ciccone Show premiered here on Vegas All Net Radio, a 2-hour show talking about the way things used to be here in Las Vegas, as well as the entertainment world and Hollywood and everything else. And today we're he's taking a picture of the gun. What is that, for insurance purposes or something?
That's for his attorney.
So if something happens to me,
Yes.
you know where
I don't know nothing.
I don't know. It was the other guy.
it was the other guy from
Right.
Brooklyn.
From Brooklyn.
There you go.
Joey Ciccone joins us in today's hot seat on Spotlight on VANR. Welcome to Spotlight, sir.
Guys.
Good to see you again.
So nice to see you. You know,
During daylight hours, no less.
yeah, I'm a vampire, so
I mean, let's get the toothpicks out of his eyes.
For all of us.
Right?
But guys, I just want to say, it's again, it's so nice to be here, but I'm with some pros. Folks out there.
Boy, we got him fooled, don't we?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, the check was nice. That bonus check you sent was really nice.
Have you tried to cash it yet?
Very smooth with Aaron, and then you got Ricky, John in there, Bobcat. You guys are real smooth. Move it real nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you,
know how
sir.
it rolls? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for dressing again. Anyway,
I wore a collar today.
yeah, I see that.
Orange is the
where's
new
Where's the
black.
gas hat at? Yeah, I'll burn that with the car. But anyway,
Jeez.
He'll shoot it off your head is what he'll do with the gun.
You guys just shut up and do the show.
Oh, we're trying, sir.
this is too much fun.
Isn't it?
It just got started.
It just got, you got another 50 minutes
Love,
out of this.
love these guys. But no, very happy to be here. This is what I'm talking about. Just very smooth, comfortable. So, and you had a nice trip.
Yep.
Did you bring any gifts back or anything?
No, he didn't bring shit
No,
back for
I don't
anybody.
bring anything.
Not
Doesn't
even
bring
a
anybody.
bagel, man.
Well,
He
you-
ate the bagel on
I
the
asked
plane.
for
He was
egg
bringing me
rolls.
back a bagel,
See, I
and he
don't
ate it on
understand
the
that.
damn plane.
And who is your favorite actor? Get rid of that right away, right? Try to diffuse this.
Let me reach for
situation.
something else. Hang on. Yeah, maybe there's something else.
That's right. Better check your car when you turn the ignition switch on.
Wait,
you could've
didn't
brought
you
something
give him
back.
a ride today?
Not me, baby. No, he came in his own car.
You think Lefty got out of his car fast?
The problem is you couldn't move fast enough to get out of the car right now. After your knee surgery,
I
maybe.
smell the smoke. I'm out.
So, Joey, you have a show on our
That's right.
station, don't you?
What were we talking about?
Yeah, I think that's what I love about these guys. We get in these tangents, and then no, yeah, we do, and it was a fantastic premiere this past Friday. Were you in town?
I heard the first 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's real good. It's a 2-hour show, pal. Anyway,
So then my computer went out.
Don't let him lie to you, Joey. He was drunk as a skunk in North Carolina, drinking that illegal liquor down there.
looking for deer with a fishing pole.
This is great. I don't think I'll go back to Vegas. I think I have something.
Don't get me started.
Yeah,
Next, I'll bring Don Rickles in. Okay, we'll have a
Mum
great
is
time.
the word.
But no, all kidding aside, had a great premiere, 2 hours, and
Fishing for
John
deer with a
John was here with us.
fishing pole.
Had a great. What was that now?
I'm still thinking about catching deer with a fishing pole. That's where I am
Well, there
right
was
now.
deer. What I meant is there was deer running around, and
Of
he's got
course. Like
Smacking
fishing
him.
with dynamite.
You're smacking
Gotcha.
him with the pole.
Smack it with the pole.
good.
You would never get
Put
close
this right
enough.
here.
Yeah, keep aiming that way. We
Put it there.
Anyway, so Joe, you had Mike Steele on your show, real
right.
estate veteran here in town, and he shared some great. I was really intrigued when he was sharing the story about Liberace
I thought
when he
it
got
was
started
right.
with them, which was a
Right.
great story.
No, I think he was, as you know, he's talking about Liberace, and the funny story was ripping up that tile. Can you
Yes.
imagine?
No, I couldn't.
$40,000 for the tile, and he wanted to change things around, so he wanted to bring the limo and whatever. Yeah, rip up the tile, but the faucet that you're going to put in is $12.95. I don't want to pay for that. What's that about?
I'm telling you. And
But,
his impersonation of Liberace was very nice too.
That
by
was
the way.
Joey.
That was mine.
Oh, that was yours. I thought it was
That was-
Mike doing
no.
it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
ask-
That was Joey.
Let's do it
Sorry.
right now. Just ask
No,
me.
go
ahead.
for
No,
it.
say hi, Lee.
Hey, Lee, how are you?
Don't. Why do you have to?
No,
touch,
he still likes me.
Why do you have to touch my stuff first of all?
Hey, no, the nice thing about it now is it's his fingerprints on it.
Now I got to wipe it.
Now you do.
I got to
Gotta
wipe
wipe
it
it
down.
down.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So Lee, how you doing these days?
Doing great. Yeah.
that's
That's all he's got for Liberace.
That's
yeah,
it.
I got
That's
it down.
it.
No, but I can do other voices. a lot
Matt
better.
Damon has nothing on him.
Exactly. So let's start off with a real basic question for those who don't know who you are, which I would imagine is a very small percentage of folks. But
thank you.
share a little bit of your background, where you're from, how'd you get into entertainment, all that sort of stuff. Just a little bit.
That's great. Being with you guys, born in Brooklyn, New York, Avenue U,
Hey.
Coney Island. And Dad was a bricklayer, so we moved to Chicago where the work was. And was
How
pretty,
old were you when you moved?
I was like 5 or 6.
So real young.
Real young at
Yeah.
the time. And, and then raised in Chicago on the south side, a town called Cicero, and,
Yeah, I
and
know
a place called
Cicero.
Chicago Heights.
I heard of Cicero.
You think
Yeah, who you know from Cicero?
I ain't talking.
every gang member that ever lived?
I read it in a book somewhere.
These are stories that you hear. They're not true.
Guy used to carry a bat around all the time, though.
I have one now that
I saw
we can
that,
use.
man.
But yeah, so we were born there. We were New York and raised in Chicago, and then just always into music and acting from a young age.
What was your first entertainment gig, age, whatever? What did you do to entertain an audience?
Well, I mean, the first gig came like at 13. I had a music teacher that was like, I hear something. We had the choir going on, and she's like, I hear a voice there, and she's the one that really kind of tuned me in and trained me even more.
Right.
Even when I went on to high school, she was like, I'm sending over a student to you. But I was 13 and probably had the acoustic, and at that time we were doing a tune called You're So Vain.
Carly
Oh, yeah.
Simon.
Yeah, that's good, thanks.
With the backup by Mick Jagger.
No, Jagger didn't back her up on
Yeah, he
that.
did?
That's it. No, Jagger didn't.
Yeah, he did.
You want me to Google it now?
Yeah.
Bobcat, Google
Bobcat.
it. He'll Google it. Bobcat will look it
What do
up
you
for
back
us.
her up on?
You're so vain.
What, guitar?
No. He was in the background. He was the voice in the background that was.
I don't know. Could have been JT. Could have been James Taylor. Let's check that.
Nope.
Well, that's who she was singing about.
James Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a thing going.
Yeah, oh, my.
Helen's agreeing.
Isn't that true?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, by the way, let's acknowledge Helen Carr is your manager and producer of your show.
Producer and
the whole shebang. And
she's the best.
Yeah,
and,
so she's here sitting in studio making certain
taking notes
that you treat us right or we treat you right, one way
taking
or the other.
Notes?
Oh, she's already flipped 5 pages already. Haven't you seen it?
Well, she's packing too.
Great, just great.
And they ain't talking guns either.
That's all.
Hey,
but I'm
all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So anyway, south side of Chicago, and then
some people call them guns.
Yeah, Dad got the cassette, which we talked about, over to a lady that he worked with, and it was Miles Davis's aunt.
Oh, okay.
Of all people.
Wow.
And I was
Miles
signed
Davis.
signed at 22 and Expansion Records, and from that time was with Miles for 14 years, and left Chicago in 1988 to go to Los Angeles. Little MG Midget, the guitar here. And then, John, you saw the cassette tape, right? Let's have it. Toss that cassette tape over. For all you lovely fans and friends out there.
Do they still make cassettes?
Yeah, well, they don't make cassettes, but I mean, this is the one that, this is where I went to get my deal with this cassette.
Gotcha.
Right here. And we were talking about it on the show, but I thought it was hilarious. You know how we got Italians and Jewish people, right? Jewish people, I said. That's good. Jewish people.
At least he didn't say you people.
You people, right.
Use. You got to give. You didn't see it, Rick. You got to give credits to everybody.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, they get all upset.
Yeah, 20 pages of credits in that little
it was
thing.
like, and then here I am with the mullet, and.
I was going to say, look at all that hair you had, and you even had an earring in here.
But wait, I don't have hair now.
Well, no, but in comparison.
Right, you have a nice haircut.
I know, I do. Thank you. I do.
My compliments to your barber.
Absolutely. Me, myself, and I, all three of us dug in and took care of it. Yes, sir.
Mick Jagger had nothing to do with it at all. He had nothing to do with the backing vocals.
You lie.
No, I'm not.
You got that off of Wikipedia,
I'm not.
didn't you?
John, stay out of it. He's telling you he's checking it out.
Thank you very much.
There's a big bet here.
He's going to try to he's going to try to argue it because.
Thank you, Mr. Joey.
Can we split?
To finish this thing right here, Mick Jagger did not. I'll tell you, the backing vocals were handled by Mr. Cat Stevens was part of it. Mr. David Bowie was part of it.
That's
and
right.
James Taylor
I'm
had
sorry,
a little
you're right.
bit
It was
part.
Cat Stevens, not
So
Mick
let's
Jagger.
clarify, because I'm going to bring this up Friday. Okay. Ricky Cash was wrong.
Yeah,
No, it was JPEG.
I was wrong.
JPEG was
that
wrong.
was you.
That was me.
Ricky was right.
Calm down. What are you getting upset about?
God, his eyes are bugging out like a Tommy.
Usually,
Drake.
you are the one that
You
makes the
got to
mistakes.
point to yourself.
No, we got turn it around.
Ricky, I apologize.
Everybody's
all
just,
right, Joe.
Everybody's just so used to accusing
I know,
It's
you
okay.
used to
You're from
Cashisms,
Brooklyn. You
right.
get one strike.
JPEG, you were wrong.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, no, you were wrong. Admit it.
I did. I was wrong.
Thank you, sir.
Bobcat, thanks
Usually-
for checking it
yeah,
out, because
usually
I
it's-
knew Mick it wasn't doing
Yeah, I've
background.
got the lips so big I don't even need any drums.
Now he does President Nixon and Mick Jagger now.
It's pretty wild.
Oh yeah. I think we need to take a break and calm down after all of that. You're listening to Stars of VANR, Phillips and Cash and JPEG and Bobcat on the board. Joey Ciccone in the hot seat.
Are you still mad at me?
It's fun
Or
to be
what?
back.
You're mad.
We'll be back after this.
And Roses.
Comes the
Roses, I
Roses.
got it
Roses.
first.
It's a great band.
I think you're listening to Stars of VANR. I'm not really sure anymore, but I think I lost control before the break. But Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, JPEG, Bobcat, and of course Joey Ciccone sitting here in the hot seat with us, and I mean that with all due respect.
And Helen.
And Helen is here, making certain we're hanging in there. She at least laughed during the first segment, so that's a good sign that we're doing good. And
She didn't have any guns pointing at her either.
To give it time, she's got a big pocketbook. Did you see the size of the pocketbook she came in with?
Pocketbook. That's
Yeah.
so East Coast.
Right, so
That's
East
what
Coast
the
is
back-
not a
back
purse.
is.
It's a pocketbook.
Yeah, it's a
right?
pocketbook.
What the hell is
When she came in, when Joe,
Right?
how many CDs are sitting there? About 10?
85 or 30.
Right, yeah, exactly. Remember that old Walgreens commercial where the mother would open up the purse and pull the pharmacist out and everything? She came in with the world's smallest pocketbook while you were away, and the day we talked to you on the phone when you were driving.
Right.
And she keeps pulling these CDs out. I'm telling you, the purse she had, pocketbook was about this big by this big, and she just kept pulling the stuff out. I don't know where the heck it was coming from.
You know why? That's a Doctor Who pocketbook.
It's
It's bigger on the inside.
I'm sure it was like Felix the cat, just pulling the stuff out. So that's why she may have the gun still sitting in that little wallet-sized thing. she had.
Aaron's like, we only need 1 or 2 CDs.
Exactly. bought the whole. No,
But
actually,
there's more to the collection.
Ronco is producing more CDs. That's right. Anyway, welcome back. We appreciate it. So you signed your first contract at age 22.
Yeah, you know.
What was the first song you
Which
recorded?
was basically 3 years ago. But
That's right. What was the first song you recorded?
What are you saying? First song I recorded was a song called "Pretty Italian Lady." It's on the CD.
Okay, which CD is it on?
Helen, can we find that,
I
please?
didn't mean to stump you.
And then "Let's Start Some Romance" was my second tune.
Okay.
These are love songs.
Oh.
John, you want to change these?
But Aaron, you made a good point because to have, when we put this together, to have your first song that you wrote at 17
Sure.
on there, and it was a wonderful tune, and it got a lot of airplay. It was great. She's still trying to find it. Yeah, is it in these 10 or another 10?
Such a big hit, we can't find it.
Yeah,
Moving right along.
I know. There it comes.
You touched it.
I touched it. It's
You
my
touched
fingerprints on it. Yeah, that's real pearl on the handle, by the way.
I'm not touching it. Again.
I'm touching
No,
it.
you
you
It's good
touched
for
it.
you.
He touched it. Do you need to touch it?
You
now?
want-
I'm not touching it.
Oh, we found it.
Send it over. Can you get it, John? Yeah. Anyway, Aaron, Pretty Italian Lady. Yeah. Let's start some romance
This is how
tonight.
it's done, Joey.
Wow, that's great.
Not like this.
I thought he asked it to be handed the
John,
disc.
it's great to come and be
the peak.
abused. 40 years in the business.
You
This is
obviously
how you
didn't-
hold it.
You obviously
how you
didn't
do it.
read the contract.
You'll come on the air and you'll be abused. It's great. I love it.
We're an equal opportunity offender around here.
I love it. Here it is right here, just to show you.
Okay. Which one is it?
Right there.
See if
Number
you can load
nine,
this in
number
the
nine.
CD. Number 9.
Number 9.
Maybe we'll play
Number
that for a
9.
little
Let's start
reminiscent.
some-
Number 9.
You're going to now
Pretty
see the high
Italian
note.
Number
lady.
9. Number 9.
I have no idea what they
Really
just said.
sick, man. John Lennon. Thank you.
John Lennon. Okay.
Thank you.
Revolution. Revolution number 9.
Revolution number 9.
Number
Okay.
9. Number 9.
So-
Guys
We're-
walking out with weapons.
We're
Anyway.
getting
A
yeah,
bazooka.
Did you see that go by?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Look
He
like
brings a bazooka into the
yeah,
studio.
look like an Undertaker.
That's,
Anyway,
that's why
No,
we're
it
so
was a
polite to
ladder.
him. Yeah.
It was a ladder.
I know, I get it.
I saw you, Mike.
That's Mr. Ladder. Aaron, go ahead.
I don't know. We're
The
loading
next
up the
question.
song. I'm trying to
Well, we
stall
can
until
load
we
it
get to the
up
song.
and,
Today's guest is Joey Ciccone.
I'm trying to vet. You ready?
Trying
All
to
right.
talk about
Number
his
9.
show.
Give us a little lead into the song. Well, he's already played. He just did it. Here we go.
She's an Italian model. She's making it big in the business. And the photographer's just going off shot after shot after shot. I saw her, obviously, at 17. You fall in love, and it's just a wonderful thing. The song, Pretty Italian Lady. You're going to love it. We're going back to like 79, 80, but you got to love it.
For a lady in the USA, she's come to make a stand. What she wants to be today is a pretty little model with a different look. Wants to get a biz on an American Vogue now. She's anxious and she's nervous. There's fire in her eyes. The camera shut is clicking. She's burning inside. Sweat rolls off her body as she strikes a new pose. It's for a lady's garden and she knows. Pretty Italian lady. Oh, Lord. Got a hold on to you, now you're mine. Pretty Italian lady.
Come on, Mr. Cash, get into it there, man.
Got a hold on to you now.
That's all I do.
What
Yep.
the hell?
I'm sorry.
What the hell was that?
A little background
It's
dance.
disco. No, it's disco.
I know it sucked.
And it got.
Oh man, we know how to destroy a song around here, don't we? Very good. That was actually that was actually cool.
Yeah.
That was very good.
17, it's not right. When I was 17.
I was shooting at people. Yeah.
At Hollywood High.
It's right.
Yeah.
I'm going back for my 50th reunion.
Again.
Again.
It repeats every year. It's 50th, 50th, 50th.
That's like businesses that constantly have a going out of business sale, and they're staying in business for 30 years. I mean, geez. So after you signed the contract, you recorded this first song. What happened next? What was the next?
No, well, that was recorded way,
Right.
way before Miles, because that was at 17.
Oh, that was before Miles. Okay.
Yeah, so, basically just kept writing and
What was your big break? What would you consider your biggest break?
Cindy Brown
Okay.
was...
I was thinking maybe
I'm going to go with it, pal. This is the internet. I don't care.
I was thinking
It was a
maybe
lot of
junior high.
a lot of drive-ins, and finally it happened. No,
He was 13. She was a choir.
No, no.
wait,
A music
Josh,
teacher.
don't be going under this 18 bracket, please.
No, she was the smartest girl
were
in fourth
13.
grade.
That's
She was 17.
But I think
Sorry.
the biggest break was with that really came with Miles. I mean, I went to Second City for 3 years and studied there, but
oh, okay.
at 22 to be able to have Miles Davis drive to your house with his
Sure.
with his whole crew, and they started the label, and then we moved into that track that you heard at the beginning of my show called Wise Guys, and from there it was touring with them and everything. I just kept writing, and we put this cassette out. Their distributing basically, guys, fell apart. It's like when you get a deal and the distributing comes with it, and then what happens is they're like, Joe, distributing problems. I don't know if you know, he was married to Cicely Tyson.
Yeah.
Are we going to check that too on Google?
I believe you.
Yeah, no, he's married to Cicely, so...
She was about 19 feet tall. She was
Was
a
she a
big
tall
lady.
girl?
Big lady.
Yeah, but I got to meet her. But anyway, in the UK and everything, we did the track and we did the movie. So when even though I toured with them, I left for Los Angeles in 1988 from Chicago, and that's when the album was released. So there's just a lot of big breaks. I mean, a lot of the movies I did, a lot
Right.
of the things that have happened. But as I talk about, in my show and on interviews, it's like everything's like a roller coaster ride in this business. You know what I mean? 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down. But now we're sitting on 200 songs and a whole new album ready to come out.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
New songs. I might write a song called JPEG, Ricky Cash, and
The Three Stooges. It's already been done.
has it been done?
It's already been done.
Well, we got to add Bobcat. I got to put him in there too.
Yeah.
But
He could be the Shemp.
Sit over here. I haven't run my mouth all day long.
No, I know you
he
haven't.
said nothing. He's been on my side. Thanks
early.
for checking
It's
that out.
early.
He owes me $500.
Yeah.
So the whole deal is that we got to keep remembering that trunk will fit all of us.
I know. I know. That Eldorado Caddy's a pretty big trunk.
Thank you, man. And I love the car. I think when it's time to go, you should maybe be put in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the trunk.
Or the trunk and kind of lowered. You gotta go with it. It's just, I love the car. It's just it's a lot of work, but it's
Yeah, sure.
It's got a lot of flavor.
I noticed when we left the studio last Thursday, because you and I exited the parking lot at almost the same time.
As you were trying to grab my watch and
That's right. I was trying to make a quick getting, and as he's driving across Rainbow, because he didn't see me, but his car is not hard to miss when he's driving. Nobody was within like 5 car lanes on either side of him.
Yeah, but who's watching me all the time?
Yeah.
Who's watching you?
Yeah. Who? Officer Friendly. Love you guys. Always watching me. Why? What am I doing? I'm driving a car.
Now that makes sense. That guy that was hanging around the studio Friday.
Which one? JPEG?
No, the undercover plain clothes guy.
On Friday, the guy that was over here?
Yeah. I kept looking at him. What the hell is he doing around here?
Secret
Now, he
Service
was here
guy?
watching you. Yeah.
No, then there was the other guy. Remember the other guy by the window over
Yeah.
here? Peeking in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they watch things. What are
Yeah.
they going to do? I ain't hiding from him. I'm right here in the public eye.
Yeah. Okay.
What, Rick?
Yeah. Thinking, where is this going?
Let's talk about the way it used to be. What do
The
you
way
think
it
about
used to
that?
be. That's right.
Yeah.
Dagnabbit.
Every Friday, 4 to 6.
Right here.
I loved it because I started out going, yeah, it's 2 to 6.
I know. I heard that on the show.
I wanted to get 2 more hours.
And I'm thinking to myself, great, that's exactly what I said. I'm listening. I'm like, oh, good, 2 more hours?
Aaron and
Let me
John,
get in touch with Helen.
Aaron and John are like this. More money.
Bobcat gets a raise.
Okay, that's
And Ricky's going like this. I get to take
Another
a
vacation.
first class plane ride home.
He gets to fly the plane this time.
Right,
on that.
right.
But I heard you say 2 to 6. I'm like, boy, I hope John corrects that.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Couldn't you have done it before? We would have all gotten presents if you'd have done that.
Wow. Yeah,
By the
no,
way, it was the Full Throttle Saloon that at Sturgis
Burned
that
down.
burned down.
Yeah,
That's what it was. I saw it on Facebook.
that's
Yeah,
a
it burned down
terrible
today.
thing.
The
Today
big,
it did?
yeah.
What does that have to
Didn't
do?
They had the show on
They had the
TV
show.
for a while?
It's a big
Yeah.
Sturgis hangout. It's like the biggest biker bar in the
Is
world.
Is the show still on?
If it was, it ain't going to be on much longer because there's no more Full Throttle Saloon.
And I mean that, man.
Michael's on his way back.
Mazel.
Michael's on his way back to Tennessee to brew that liquor, man. That's where he's on his way
Jeez,
to.
I'm telling you. All right, we're going to step aside for a bottom of the hour break. You're listening to Stars of VANR right here with Joey Ciccone in the hot seat. Yours truly, Ricky Cash, JPEG, Bobcat behind the board. Our phone number, 702-483-4444. And Helen Carr, she's kind of like the ringleader right now. She's just back there watching, making certain we're all behaving ourselves. She's not doing a very good job because we certainly ain't behaving ourselves. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
she's calm now. Don't get her mad. She's got that Latin side in her.
I'm telling
What happens to the first person that calls in?
you. Joey will talk to him.
But can someone call 702-483-4444? Call me right now. Say hi because you can't reach me anywhere else. I'm here now.
He's here now, live and in person.
You're assuming people listen to this show.
Great. We'll be back
That's really good, John.
right after this.
Yeah,
The love.
Watch this 30-day. 30-day.
You know he has PTSD, right?
Something's wrong. Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes. And
I'm going to come up with another words for that.
okay, crazy maybe.
Yeah.
That might-
Not
The
crazy.
Loco?
That's
What the
you.
PTSD stands for.
Oh.
I'm going to come up with something else.
Another acronym for what it. Okay.
Yeah, there's
Please treat. Anyway,
Disabled
syphilis
some
disease.
like shit.
Jeez.
And I'll join the Republican Party.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. Stars of VANR coming at you live from Vegas All Night Radio, the all new Vegas. I was going to say Vegas Unwrapped.
Please
Oh
don't.
my God, Vegas All Net Radio, best shows, more variety. Mr. Cash, you've been uniquely quiet during this first 35
No,
minutes.
no. I was
he's been
good the first
asleep.
15.
Right?
Then afterwards, how could you get a word in?
But,
Well-
but Rick, I hope it wasn't because, of what I said, when I blamed you. I hope it
You didn't take it personally.
I hope it was.
Of course
No,
not.
you said it.
Of course not. You
No, I
did
hope-
say it.
Yeah.
So how about this? You ask the next question. You get us rolling here in this segment.
Uh-oh.
Joey,
Love this. He's got.
So,
Listen to the accent. God, I'm
when
sorry.
are you going to perform again?
Buddy, that's the thing. We did the big show in Vietnam. We performed in Lake Tahoe. There's plans for me to do like a whole run of concerts right now.
You need
No.
an MC?
Nah, I don't think
Didn't think so.
We got
Yeah.
this
Well,
guy's
Aaron's
name's
not
John
avail-
Lindquist.
Right now, that's just all kidding aside. That's what we're talking about. The way Vegas used to be. To step out there with my band and my trio to work for $50 or whatever, it just ain't gonna happen.
Right.
My point is, there's a lot of stuff lined up, and with the release of this, and we have the film and the book and everything. So it's just gonna be a one-shot thing that's gonna come out where I'm gonna be out there. But I'm always looking to work. The right room. You know what I'm saying? And you got the connections, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to
Yeah.
make it sound good, Aaron.
yeah,
If
you
you want to
got-
work the
No.
waiting room, that's about the only room he can get you in.
At the ER. Yeah.
At the exactly.
That flat spot over by the pool, he could hook Joey up
Exactly.
with.
Yes. You get him to
Oh, but
perform.
Helen, I think we have some New York dates coming up, right? And we have some things. I'm going to go back to the Green Cat. You ever seen the Green Cat Lounge, New York City?
Where is it?
Yeah,
New
it's-
York
it's
City.
on-
He just
No,
said
no,
it.
where is it?
Yeah, between second and 3rd
Okay.
on Lexington, off of there
Well-
by Lanes. Are you familiar?
Yeah, I know where Elaine's is.
Yeah, what's he-
Everybody knows where Elaine's is.
Not everybody.
Well,
I don't know
anybody
where
that
Elaine's
knows-
is.
Did Billy Joel write a song about that?
Piano Man?
No, he wrote a song
No,
about Elaine's.
No,
but
he didn't.
anyway, let's talk about.
Let's talk about
The way things used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah. Right now, you guys call in. I'm here for another 25 minutes. 702-483-4444. Talk to me. Ask me something. I'm going to be performing real soon. We'll let you know when that's coming for sure. Check me out at www.joeyciccone.com. Twitter is GreenCat13.
Joey, let me ask you this in all seriousness. See, I'm up again. Have you
5-hour energy
He's
has finally
awake.
kicked in.
Have you ever performed and somebody came up to you and said, "Oh, you sound just like"?
Well, yeah, I think, through the years, I think people, have come up and said, you remind me of Bobby Darin. In L.A., it was very big. You remind me of him, Sinatra, this one. And I've always mentioned this, Ricky, with all kidding aside, for all you guys, is I have nothing against, I've talked about impersonators. I don't have no problem with that. But I do have my own sound. I've worked on it for 40 years. What's funny is when you listen to this stuff, I can croon the standards all day long. That's other people's material. This style crosses all boundaries, from Italian music to Latin. These days I'm not doing any punk, but the new album's got some great different stuff in it. When you can change it around that much, is what I'm doing. Let's see that, and let's talk about that.
Yeah, is there something on there you want to play?
Yeah, I'd love to.
His rendition of the Hava Nagila was outstanding.
Did you heard that one?
Yeah.
Hava Nagila, Hava.
See, there you go.
This
Played
is
that at my
this is
first
me at
wedding.
the Green Cat in New York City. Those eyes, summer love. Oh, sorry, John. Those
Move your
eyes,
fingers.
Those eyes,
There you
summer
go. See,
love.
that's how it's
Please,
done,
Louise.
man.
She's gone. Just won an award. I just want to say, Academia out of Los Angeles. And what was that for May? Best jazz song for May. And I'm telling you, the list was high. Track number 4, She's Gone. And if you
And
can't-
this is a jazz number?
Yeah, we can talk, and I sing a little Latin in there too.
Wow.
Throw a little Latin in there while
Multilingual.
you're at it. But we can talk about other things while he's queuing it up.
All right.
It's the stuff he remembers from church. The Latin.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
right.
God.
God.
Get off the line.
We need money. Put it in the No, sorry, it's a sin.
You ready?
Yeah, is it?
Please.
Yeah, am I ready?
Please.
We're starting a daycare.
And, yeah, you don't have to do the whole thing, but just give him a little taste of it. Best jazz song, Academia. I won an award for this in May. She's gone.
She is gone. Wish that I could shrug and just forget her, but she shimmers in my memory. She's there, she's haunting me. Try to get her off my mind. Put this crazy love affair behind me. But why should I try when I know that trying won't put out the fire? And though she's gone, she'll linger still in my desire. Way. Sin sentir.
You want to pick it up live?
No, I'm not going to pick it up live because
Okay.
I wanted you to hear it. That's all good.
Keep it in the background. Just keep it low behind in the
Yeah.
background.
Anyway, in this tune, as you hear it, it's got the Latin flavor.
Oh, right out of the box,
Right out
you
of
could
the
tell.
box,
that,
you
yeah.
heard that with the samba feel, and then I come in and we go from English to Latin, so it's got a real nice crossover. And for them to give me an award on that, it was really an honor.
Did they give it to you in Spanish or in English? The award.
They gave it to me in English. The plaque says, Mr. Ciccone. Best jazz song of May, yeah, which was
That's
very
great.
nice.
Well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
Very happy over it.
Listen
Yeah.
to Philip suck up.
Yeah.
Out there, man. Why?
Well, somebody's got to. You guys are sleeping over there.
Well, I'm.
Hey, we're in awe. We're in awe. Besides, the gun's still pointing at me.
So, is it my turn now?
Yeah, go ahead and give it a
Okay.
shot.
So, my understanding is, in talking with you, Mr. Ciccone, that you have done a number of movies.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Which one did you have the most fun doing?
Well, you know, I don't want to say they're all right off the bat. You know, they're not. It's not like I'm carrying the whole film. My Blue Heaven was always a gas. I talked about that.
Yeah.
I got my SAG card with Steve Martin was a wonderful part. Hero with Andy Garcia. I think I had the most fun. It's not a big major hit, but it's a movie called American Yakuza.
I saw that.
Are you familiar with the Yakuza?
Yeah, the Japanese mafia.
You're very good, John. That's very good. And so
I was
it's-
in Japan.
Okay,
I
well,
know people.
right. But
You see, can you tell he's trying to cut you off?
Yeah, I know.
You hear some
I know.
of
That's
that?
why I won't let him.
Okay, I just wondering.
John, let me know when you want me to finish the rest of the story about
Mr.
American
Ciccone,
Yakuza.
would you mind finishing the rest of your story, please? Tell our listeners out there
Right.
and our audience on YouTube
You guys check out
the rest of
rent
the
that
story.
film, and you know you get a nice residual. So I get the residual. It's nice, but had a really nice part in that. I really enjoyed that. It was the Italian mafia against the Japanese. So, and I love it because at the wrap party, right? We had over here we had lasagna, and over on this side was sushi.
Talk about a buffet.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Does this guy talk or?
I don't know.
He just stares.
I've never seen him this quiet. He's in awe.
So you said you get residuals on that. Is that like so? Every time I watch that movie on DVD, you get paid?
Yeah, whether it's DVD, you rent it, Netflix,
Right.
Stuff that's overseas, anytime that's aired, and it's got to be a certain amount of months and everything. Depending on how big your part was, you're going to get a residual
Yeah.
from that.
Couple of haunted, 2 tree haunted. You know.
Well, like when I used to sit with Tony Danza and play cards, Tony had checks that were just sitting all over the place, and I was like, let's open some of these up. So obviously he's not hurting for the money, right?
Yeah, really.
Those were all residual checks. And if you know anything about Tony Danza, who's the boss? Can we
Yep.
name him? You want
Yeah,
to name
right,
him?
right.
Just go on. There's so many
Well, Who's the
things.
Boss was the biggest one, of course.
Right,
Taxi.
but he had some Taxi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And plus, he's doing a lot of stage stuff now
Did a
too.
lot of stage stuff. Ripped off my show after watching it for 15, 16 years at his club. I was wondering why he was writing down every song.
I just want to let our
You
listeners
know, we know people.
I just want to let our listeners know that they're listening to Stars of VANR. Joey Ciccone sitting here in the hot seat. We're going to skip our last break.
Oh, good.
Because we're just having too much fun
very hot.
to take more time away from Joey.
The seat is hot.
It is. Now, let's talk about your show, which we've been trying to do for 45 minutes so far.
That's what I thought I was coming here for, but
That's how we lured him here.
I know, exactly. So the show on Fridays from 4 to 6 p.m. is Vegas or entertainment the way it used to be? Let's talk about that and delve into that. What do you mean by that on the show?
Well, you know, after leaving L.A., and I've been out here for 11 years, and I don't know about you guys, but I envisioned Vegas to be a little bit different than what it was. And after being here for this amount of time, I was raised basically in that East Coast mentality of Vegas and the way that I was raised around, you know, through my dad, God rest his soul, and all my uncles and everyone else. And I remember how it used to be, you know, when Frank and Dean, and I'll say this right now, friends, to all my friends and fans out there, straight up. I always talk straight up, you know. People used to help each other. And what I mean by that is Ricky needed a gig or something, or he needed to know my agent's information or anything, I'd throw him. I'd help him out. Because I was secure in my talent that I could do that. When you're not secure in what you're about, I don't know nothing. I don't know who my agent is. I don't know this or anything. So in the sense of not
You
just...
always feel like you're being replaced.
Well, in the sense that... This guy, gotta hurt this guy when this is done. In the sense of Vegas has changed so much. We talk about it in my show that I go back to the vintage, old school way, whether you're stepping into a casino, the music, the entertainers, the way they treated you, the way they dressed, the cars. How about, you know, some of our institutions, the Stardust, the Dunes.
El Rancho, Silver
you.
Slipper,
Right. No,
Right?
but just the way they
I looked at you because you're older and you knew.
Yes, I know.
All the places.
also just the way the entertainers supported each other, going to everybody else's shows and stuff.
And I love what you just said because I talked about this on Friday. The biggest thing was when Frank, Dean, and the boys got done, right? Just like we're hanging out here as friends and everything, we got to go support Aaron, man. Let's go. Come on. Everyone jump in the car. We're done. We've worked all night.
Right.
We're not tired, dude. We're going to go check him out. Damn, we're going to go check out him. I mean, they made the rounds. These guys didn't sleep. Tom Dreesen was my first guest on a show that I did. And Tom, I tell you, Frank be up all night. He'd just be up, all night long until the next day until Entrada punched him in the face. No.
We actually heard about that first from Don Hill from the Trinias, and he told us that after his show, they would start. Their show was like 8 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, they're already out there.
Right, and they're jamming until 4 or 5 in the morning.
6 in the morning, right?
Exactly.
And the thing is, like, those guys, and I do it, man. Like, if there's a performance coming up, I don't know about you. I can't eat or sit down for a meal or do all that.
Mm-hmm.
But a performer or a singer, usually, the way I do it and the way I've seen it done is you mangiare, you eat when the gig's done.
Right.
While you relax, you did a great job. Joe, right, Bobcat? You're looking at me like, Joe, he's looking at me like, Joe, did you bring brajol?
Meatballs.
Do you know what brajol is, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Meatballs, isn't it?
No, it ain't meatballs. It's like a flank steak, okay?
Okay.
You make it real nice and
Wrap it. You wrap it up.
all right, can we season it first
okay.
before you wrap it?
Okay, you can wrap
Just
it.
let him explain the dish.
You can't explain nothing.
So let me ask you this: if you went into an Italian restaurant and you were going to order an Italian dish, what dish would you?
Well, here,
I'll tell you where
all
that
kidding
came from.
aside, I wouldn't
Yeah.
because
You know better.
Well, we cook like that at home.
Yeah.
What am I going to order? What
Yeah.
am I going to have?
Egg rolls.
I mean, we could have. Well, you know what we call it in New York, right?
Yeah.
Don't say it.
No, I
but,
won't.
okay. But yeah, the egg rolls would be good. I want the big. Anyone out here? I want the big egg roll.
Yeah.
The big fat one, and they put peanut butter in there. I don't know. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
There's peanut butter put in there to keep it all consistent. You don't
I
taste
didn't know
the
that.
heavy. Yeah, I'm serious. You don't taste the heavy.
I trust you.
Because I told you about the peaches and wine. Did you hear that on Friday?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
Oh man,
Oh,
I
it's
did.
It's a Sicilian thing, okay, that we do. Take the peaches, you cut them up.
Right.
You throw it in the wine like Paisano. It's like a sweet red wine.
Okay.
You let it ferment in the refrigerator, maybe a day, 2 days. And you pull that out. You start eating the peaches.
Right.
It's the wine's in the peaches. It's a beautiful thing, man. And then you get your fruit too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do that down in North Carolina. We just throw in that good old white liquor, buddy.
Yeah, you do it in that moonshine stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. What do you
Yeah.
put? Peaches in the
Peaches,
moonshine?
strawberries, pineapple's real good too.
Yeah, you put the guy's wife too from next door, don't you? Sick,
Actually, that's-
sick people.
that's his cousin.
They're sick, those Southern people.
That's his auntie,
I
uncle.
love the Southern people. Let's get back to the show.
What were we talking
your
about? The way it was. The way it is.
I want him to finish the steak.
All right,
Yeah,
so
the
it's
Peugeot.
a flank steak, and then you season it, and it's like a stuffing would be laid down that's all seasoned.
Yeah.
And then Ricky's done a lot of talking, so
Yeah, you wrap
before
it.
he interrupts me, then you wrap it and you take twine or rope, and it's all wrapped. That's put in the sauce now.
Okay.
Gabish? So when
Yeah,
you
gabish.
get it out, you cut it up. It's real nice and tender. It's a beautiful thing.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll have you over. I'll make it. All right. I'm gonna have all. Rick, I don't know about you.
Great.
He'll be the life
I
of the
miss
party.
another meal.
He'll be the life of the party. Yeah, move that over, will you please?
Thanks.
If you were not in the entertainment industry, what would you see yourself doing? What profession would you?
I already know. I know the answer.
Go ahead.
I really know I would be. Okay. The
greatest
bedside manner that you'd want, because I was actually a paramedic.
Oh,
at one-
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was an EMT paramedic. I had a scholarship to go to med school, and I chose a field called show business. And music and acting are the two biggest fields that no matter how great you are, and you guys know this, no matter how great you are, go to Chicago and look at some of the greatest blues singers in the world. Did they ever make the big score? No, but they'll blow you away. There's a chance you might not make it in those fields.
Right.
It has nothing to do with talent,
Right.
right? Being at the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Knowing
getting
the right
back
people.
getting back to the show, Vegas has changed so much. Go down the strip and tell me what shows really stand out and something you really want to see. What? Cirque du Soleil? I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
You know?
There's so many variations of it out there.
There's so many variations. Not that it's not nice, but what happened to stepping into a lounge?
Right.
Yeah. Did you give me the finger, or is that 3 minutes?
No, sir.
Or is that 3
Not at
minutes?
all.
Read
No,
between
3
the
minutes.
lines.
So we need to bring that back, Joey.
I think I'd like to see the lounges brought back. And again, nothing against DJs, impersonators. I don't have a problem with that. What happened to the live musicians that need, guys that need work out there? Guys are always calling me, Joe, do you have the gig here? Do you have there? You need to have these lounges with the great entertainment that's, that was and that's still around.
And we're total agreement with that. The lounges need to come back, and I agree with that. And hopefully with your show on Fridays, with the style that's really going to be that lounge style show, maybe it'll start a movement.
That supper club kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and in L.A. we did a lot of that. But Aaron brings up a good point, because when I started the show, we talked about sitting here maybe at a later time, which I'd like to get to, and actually bring the jazz cats in here, man. Bring the trio in here, and just set up and just let it rip, man. Let it rip.
Why not?
You can hear me live.
Man, you know what they need to do? I won't throw the name, but whoever brought that cattle call seating in here, and you know what I'm talking about in these theaters, where they just line them up like you're at the football stadium, give them a drink, get them in, get them out. That's what we need to get away from. We need to get back to the old school days, in the lounges where you saw the entertainers. That's it. But.
Well, here's the good news, Joey. They're playing our song, which means your time in the hot seat is over. You've survived.
Man, I did good then.
You've done good.
You've done good.
Hey, I'll tell you what. How about coming back Friday, man?
Friday, I was here the other day.
Let's do another
now
Friday.
I'm gonna come. Now I'm here too. I gotta be Friday. I have my thing.
Come
Right.
back Friday.
4 to 6.
I mean to your show. Let's do it.
The Joey Ciccone show, 4 to 6.
Ciccone
Who's
show.
your guest on Friday? Do you know yet?
Aaron.
Aaron and Ricky. John.
Ricky will be there.
For an encore performance.
And we'll be happy to come to dinner right after that.
Absolutely.
You guys are seriously. All kidding aside, you guys are all invited. I'll work that out.
Great.
I like to keep that always a secret, but now we're going to have to start letting people know who's going to be coming to the show. I have people stepping from L.A. out here.
Great.
And it's not that I wait for the last minute. I just wait for
The
one that's
confirmation.
going to call me to make the confirmation. So,
All right. So check it out. Joey Ciccone, 4 to 6 p.m. right here on Vegas All Net Radio. Joey, thank you for coming on today. It's been a blast.
Thank you, Aaron.
Helen, thank you
Ricky.
for making certain you got here in one
John, we
piece
love
today.
you.
Fellers, good job, I think. I'm not sure. We'll debate on that after we see the podcast.
We can learn
Bobcat,
this.
thank you, sir. We appreciate you pushing the buttons. All right, next week, same time, 3 to 4 right here, Stars of VANR. Don't forget Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Vegas Unwrapped with yours truly. This week, Daisy Fremont is making a rare public appearance on Vegas
Daisy's
Unwrapped.
coming back.
Daisy's coming back.
Don't forget about Jen, and don't forget about the Race If You Save a Life.
You betcha. Absolutely. Check all that out. It's on our Facebook pages. Have a great week, everybody, from Stars of VANR.